Yo, Chirico. What's up, Gold Mask? It shouldn't take that long to make the build this time around, guys. Telling you. Um... Because there's not that many weapons that have what I want. I think that's really it. I think these are the only rot weapons. We're gonna do rot today, by the way. Alright, let's get 20 decks. Do I get one sec before I allocate? I'm gonna rock this. No. Gonna rock this. Technically, can I get away with using this here? My poise at 92 like that, so I can get away with this. Okay, that's good. Use that. No. It's gonna be where is it? This over here. Yeah, I think I can get away using this instead. I need 2 more points, but I can get away with using that. Like that. I think I'm gonna reallocate and optimize my endurance. I don't think I need much more. Maybe I'm gonna have this here and this one like that. Yeah, something like this I think makes sense. Already we still have weight, so this is gonna be quite the build. Will you try Stilovsky's tool? No, I won't. I need to remove another one. There it is. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's good. This one like this. This one like this. This one's gonna be this one. I think we have everything we need. Just need to allocate right now. We're gonna optimize around this.
Is it time? No.
I'm gonna go 58 and then we might go to 60, but perfect. What's our damage with this? 472 is not very good. Okay, 477, not great. Let's level up our endurance a tiny bit so we don't fat roll. Still fat rolling. Actually, can I lower my weight? Technically, I can. But not by too much. And lower it by a little bit, though. Wow, we can actually do this like that with 28 endurance. That's kind of nasty. That's kind of very optimal. And what about my damage here is at 477? If we crank that up, holy shit, we can get this to like 93. Where's my damage though? My damage doesn't show up. Dude, maybe like this. Go to 88. CRAR. 519. It's a little more in line with what strength does. And then 519. At 2 point, you get to 521, so it's not really that worth it, but we're gonna commit to it either way. Yeah, I go 91 strength. I don't even know if that point is gonna like even add AR. Yeah, I did add 1 AR. Alright. Okay, we're gonna try this out. Okay, good. Let's try this. I mean, technically, we have a bit of everything, right? Like, we have high damage, we have enough poise. Our defense is not the best, but it's really not the worst either. Like, overall, this is not that bad. I don't think this is going to be better than the blood version of the clean rot or the S-stock. I really don't think so. But it could be surprising. Let's see, actually. So our AR gets to 741. 741 for our AR. It's not extreme, but if we do this, almost 1,000 damage AR for this thrusting sword. Almost 1,000. It's not. It's like, it's very strong. What's the R2 on this? The same as Clean Run. It's definitely very strong, but I don't think this will be better than the bleed one. Because it doesn't have the burst damage that the bleed one has. Like, yes, you will be able to put pressure with the poison. Yeah, it's much shorter than S-Stock for sure. I mean, a 3-shot for a trusting sword is still pretty fucking significant. Okay, like, it's, I don't know why I was expecting this to be disappointing. it's still a trusting sword, that 3-shot, you know? And technically, if we already like rot our opponent, we can swap the poison grease, right? Instead to get another poison proc. And also, I have my trusting sword in the offense specifically for the poison bundle to do more poison buildup. So we're still going to be able to constantly proc that poison, even if you can't stack like you know, stack the status like bleed. I think we'll still be able to achieve that, just being able to rot and poison. Players. How many HP per second are rot plus poison? I don't actually know. I don't actually know the numbers. Like the exact numbers. I actually, I knew them at some point, but this is the kind of stuff that I don't really care about too much. They might actually kill the boss before I get there. Yep. On halftime. Is it straight arcane better for this? Well, for this particular weapon, no. You could argue that a clean rot with poison mist on a strength arcane might be better. I think you could argue that because your AR, like, see, like the AR difference is going to be like with this sort of build with strength arcane, you're gonna reach around like 470-ish, with the clean rot. Like, let's say around 475. Whereas with this, we have 522. So technically, like, this has more AR, and, you know, with the cumulative multiplications that you add on top of everything, you know, this still will do, like, a good chunk more pure damage. But I think, again, I think the bleed version of this is probably better, because with the bleed, you get the burst damage. However, the advantage with this is technically, even though, like, I'm poisoning myself before I go into battle, you don't actually need... You don't need to set up for this, technically. You could just start the fight and just start using the bundles without, like, poisoning yourself prior, because you're eventually going to poison them very quickly regardless. And so the advantage for this is it's more... like, the fights are more approachable without buffing. Because your damage is already, like, at 522, you're already doing, like, standard Trusting Sword damage. Like, I think, like, normal clean rot damage is, like, 524, like, 526 at 54 strength. So, like, you're already doing, like, standard Trusting Sword damage to start with. And you can just apply a bundle instead of having to buff, like, anything. But obviously, if you have the opportunity to buff, you should be entering the fight already buffed instead of waiting for the poison to kick in. The issue with this is it's hard to have a good uptime because the poison lasts 90 seconds. Yes, which is why I just explained a few seconds ago that that's why we have the poison drawstring, so that if we're fighting someone, we rot them. Now we can poison them again, basically. So far, I mean, everyone has died to 3-shot, which, to be fair, that's pretty good. So again, the advantage for this is technically might be a little weaker than blood against multiple people, but it's easier to apply. Like, it's easier to set up for this. You don't need to, like, take a moment to seppuku yourself. You know, you just apply the bundle and you'll be good to go. And then if they're already rotted and you want to kick your poison back in, that's why you have the poison one. So again, it's more convenient. Probably a little weaker than the arcane one, but close. Like, we're not, like, it's not like we're talking about, like, oh, this is way worse. Like, you know, everyone has died by 3 shots so far. I'm thinking that someone with an optimal build will probably be able to resist more than that. But you have to keep in mind, like, this is still... Like, this is still rot we're talking about. Like, rot is an extremely strong status. Like, maybe you don't get that, you know, that burst damage, like, right away, but, like, you are pressuring them. They will have to do something. Like, if you're in a 1v1 situation, you would probably rather have rot than bleed to status your opponent. Like, if you're in a 1v1. So, you know, it has, like, there are some trade-offs. It's not, like, better in every way, like one direction or the other. It says there's a full squad. All 3 of them are next to each other. Should always focus on the... It's too short. Ha! Nice, we got air support. I mean, so far, this is working actually amazing. I will say though, like against the dragon, for instance, we definitely felt the range of the Inspur like not being, you know, far enough. Like you could see how that extra bit of distance would have allowed me to roll catch him on his light roll, but because he was light rolling, we were not able to catch him. And throughout this entire encounter, we stayed on the poison buff as well. So like, just like what happened with the bleed build last time, where, you know, you're constantly on the bleed because you keep up reapplying the bleed. This was kind of the same story. We kept reapplying poison, albeit slower than what we were doing with the bleed. Oh, also, I forgot something. Alright. My bad, my bad. I forgot something. Was it 4 hit to rot proc? I'm expecting 4 hits on average. Like, you know, with the bleed build last time, I was expecting 3 hits on average. And just like last time, sometimes we even bled people in 2 hits. Like, again, here in this stream, sometimes we rot them in 3 hits instead of 4. But, like, your baseline for poisoning them, it goes up, like, by 1 from the bleed build. So, you know, instead of poisoning in, or instead of status procking in 3, now we status proc in 4. Okay, how do we actually get there? I don't think we can. Let's respawn. And that's the exact same spawn. Oh, I think we got it. Oh, there he is. We will be doing big damage. Well, he did big damage as well. I was not expecting him to do that much damage. Otherwise, I would not have traded that. Or actually, I thought I would be able to sneak in like 2 hits before he hit me, which I was also not able to do. like this Phantom, I think, took 4 hits instead of 3, so... Like, I'm pretty sure we would have killed these guys quicker on the Blade version. There's no doubt about that. And also, you know, the range difference is really felt at times. Like, you saw, like, one of these running attacks. Like, we did not land because of the range difference. Yo, Danny, how you doing, man? There you go. Yo, what's up, Shells? How you doing, man? Okay, they are close, because this is a dead end. See here. Oh, I forgot about that. I thought there was only another one. That combo, what the fuck? I actually brain farted on that one. I thought there was only like one, like, you know, the lunge Ash he could do from that full charge stance. I completely forgot about the other one. That's my fault. You never see it. Also, the Trusting Sword did not do too well against this guy because we did not proc the poison on him. One thing that could be interesting... Oops. One thing that could be interesting with this build... you know, we might as well... we might as well try it because we're never gonna have the chance to go for that. You know? This year? The poison flower blooms twice. I think this could be funny to land this. A decent AoE for PvE crowd. Yeah, I think that's the right way to describe it. Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Like, decent for PvEers is really the right way to put it. all things considered. Already did that. Let's do this one. God damn it. Bro. I don't even need to be here. It's just one of those. You know what? Instead of BHS, let's rock permanent. What's it called? Let's rock permanent disc. Just for shits and giggles, you know? Like, I think so far we already know that this Trusting Sword is not as strong as the Bleed one. So let's experiment with that Ash of War instead. Nah, Poison Munchlight is really bad. Any people in there? It's one guy. Like we invaded him earlier. Oh, it's the same mage as last time. Gonna Dragon Breath. Getting ready for it. Not even that good. It did like nothing. Man, this Ash is actually bad. Like we had like, you know, okay, so I went for it like for an eel punish, and it would not even have landed in the first place if the host didn't double eel. And he double eeled, so like we hit it clean, and it only did like 550 or something, which is pretty fucking terrible. Like that's just bad, really. It's only really bad because my R1 pokes do so much already. Well, I mean, you'd think that the damage would go like higher in relation to what my weapon is doing, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm poison buffed, like, all of my attacks do more damage. Like, for instance, with the bleed build from last time, our pots, like, you know, our throwing pots were doing, like, insanely high damage. Because our pots were affected by our bleed buff. And so our pots that would normally do, like, 600 did, like, closer to 950. You see what I mean? So I was expecting this Ash to be like, you know, maybe closer to 1,000, but it really wasn't. I guess they do have to be poisoned for this to do like significant damage, which the host was not yet, to be fair. Guess there's a full, oh, no, not a full squad, a teammate. They are pretty far. We did not spawn at the right location, unless... There's two ways this can go, actually. Either, yeah, they are... It seems like they are at the Academy Gate. Going up. Okay, did not even land. I think my teammate is just taking a piss somewhere. Okay, no, he's coming. Might be dead here. players, but that's my fault. I actually realized too late that he was using the Madness Fist. I actually tried to mash into it. I paid for it. Need Solitude armor here? Yeah. Is it... Good. Also, you know, like these guys, like if you look at the host, he had the you know, the poison resistance set up. So, you know, he's sniping. He's trying to hard counter what I'm doing. I think they turned off the taunt. I think it's pointless to try to play that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, there's shit anyway. Like, the thing with fighting people like that is, you know, like, you beat them, yeah? Like, what after? Like, nothing. Like, they bad and it doesn't feel good. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we have a teammate. Looks pretty clueless, but I don't blame him. You can never find people on this stupid map. Let's see, are we going somewhere? Or are they not here? Looks like they're above, actually. Yeah. I'll be honest, guys, I don't even know how to get there. Yeah, they are above. I'm gonna try to do my best to remember how to get up there. Maybe the teleport finger knows the way? That's a mistake. If you think that, you already made a mistake. With that being said, I still don't know the way to go there. So I don't think we'll have a choice but to teleport. Yeah. Because, like, normally, I think you get up there by, like, doing the horse jump from there to there. But other than that, I forgot if there's another way to get up there without the horse jump. So I think we're gonna have to back off this one. Because the game never spawns you correctly. Like, they gave no thought whatsoever to the invasions. Fortunately. Yeah. We can't reach them. Bunch of them. All right. Nice. There you go. Just brain dead mashing. See who comes out on top. You know, it's still a trusting sword, but like the more I play with it, the more I feel like it's nowhere near as strong as the last one, the blade one. It just isn't. Still very strong, but I think also like just a normal strength thrusting sword is probably better. Because with a normal strength thrusting sword, you have more defense. And the damage difference is not really all that much, all things considered. I think we would have needed just one more point into endurance. Oh, they're just gonna camp there? Is that the strat? Never mind. Teammate is there, alright. Idiot. I might be dead here. Teammate is just... I don't know if he's actually, like, with them. Elden Ring moment. And his teammate is unfortunately quite bad. Just left me. He left. Dude, this game is so inconsistent. It's really unfortunate that this teammate was god-awful. Like, he almost got me killed, that's how bad he was. We're out of resource now. Usually these people, like, block all the good co-invaders, though, so it's really no surprise. One thing that I did notice, though, that I probably need is remove that one AR extra from the point and strength, put that into endurance instead, just so that I am able to have Spiral Horn on my back.
Now.
All right. Yo, Steady Shell, thanks for the Prime resub for 13 months, man. Really appreciate that. You made the hero build and it's nuts. Yeah, I need to do that. Like well, actually, I say I need to do that, but I think the new heavy starting class might even be better still than hero, so I'm waiting for that. I think they're in the boss room. Maybe not. Well, maybe. Yo, on gun, how you doing, bro? The heavy knight will be better. Yeah, I don't have, like, I remember, like, they updated the stats to make it worse, so I'm not, like, sure. I don't remember what the new stats they updated are. But before I remake any build, I'm waiting for, like, the final version for, or Tarnished Edition, basically, for the new classes, just so that I don't, like, remake a character with, like, a hero, for instance, whereas the Heavy Knight is better, and I did all that to be suboptimal, you know? Players. Hope they make it good. Alright, buddy. It's over. Oh, I have the right build for the lat, though. At least on lat like that, you know, having poison is definitely a big deal. Oh, that should have landed. Alright. There's no need to do that on gun, honestly. Like, what we're doing is already quite good. Like, Rot with Enspur, like, already procs pretty fast. So, like, you poison buff at the start, it's gonna be safer and more convenient than to actually have to land Poison Mist. If you're gonna stay on Zweihander, though, that's another story. Like, it's definitely good to have, like, Colossal builds with Poison Mist, like, built in. Like, you build around a Colossal with Poison Mist and a Poison Infusion. Like, that's very good. Like, we've played with that plenty of times. But I wanted to see, like, the extent of the Enspur, like, if we boost the damage as much as we can, and as I expected, it's not as strong as the Bleed one. Actually, it's significantly not as strong as the Bleed one. Surprisingly, even, like, it's... Like, I'm not surprised that it's not as good, but I'm surprised that it's actually, like, much worse. Like, the difference is actually massive between the Bleed version of this and the Poison. It just goes to show how busted the Bleed version is. Need to try Crimson Desert? I don't think so. I don't have to try it. It's kind of crazy that Elden Ring is already like 4 years old. I think the amount of content definitely makes it like, I feel like it, like, you know, obviously the quality of the PvP is worse, right? But the amount of content definitely makes the game like interesting for longer. Just because you just have so much stuff that you can try. It's not like everything has been explored already, like, you know, like just the Bleed build we did recently, like no one had ever really done that I've seen of. I'm not saying like Bleed builds altogether, but like specifically like a dedicated like S-stock Bleed build that's basically better than an optimal strength clean rot. I'd not seen like anyone do that. It's just quite interesting when you think about it. Like 4 years down the line, like only. Pretty crazy. We basically two-tapped him. Because he was frosted, we two-tapped the host. I guess the frost does make a difference. I mean, you know, you have to keep in mind, like, look at our AR, right? Like, when we buff, like, we do this. And then, you know, like, we poison ourselves. Like, look at our AR. It goes to 962. So you add another like 20% to that. Like you're at like 1,200 like pure physical AR, like solid. And you know, you add the fact that it's a running R2. I have the Leda armor. You know, all these things stack up. Pretty crazy. But you know, like that's one of the reason that Frostbot have become like a paramount addition to all my builds. Like now I always carry Frostbots because it's better to start a fight by Frostbotting them rather than just doing normal pot most of the time. It's funny how we reached a point where the Trusting Sword basically does like giant crusher damage. Like unironically, it's pretty stupid. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of like games that revolve around buffing. Like you have like, it creates these inconsistencies where these small weapons just unproportionately become so much stronger than they should be. At least damage-wise, right? Imagine you did all of this with a big weapon. I mean, cat's not out of the bag. That's unintentional. It's just Elden Ring right there. With 90 strength, why not do it on Giant Crusher? You have to understand that the whole point of these builds is that you stay on your buff. Because, you know, like, just having, like a 15-second buffs, because, you know, the poison buff is 20 seconds, but the reality is it's really only 15 seconds, because by the time you finish, like, you know, eating your bolus, finish the Ash of War, and, you know, get to wherever you need to be, like, 5 seconds have already gone by, and you're still not engaging. Is it 90 strength pointless? Yes. 90 strength is absolutely pointless. I just wanted to see the full extent of the damage we can do with this. That's all there is to it. I was just curious to see, like, how much damage can we fucking get out of that if we just put all our eggs into offense. Everything. So might as well like commit to the full the full strength, even though it's not necessarily the most balanced or intelligent thing. Like what we would do otherwise would be to put these points into endurance. We one-shot the host with the bot because we were poison buff. That's crazy. Our bot did 1,200. That is pretty funny. Oh my god. Yeah, one of the big advantages with these builds is you're not like buffing the weapon, you're buffing your whole character, so that's pretty funny. I think the host was frosted too, by the way. Like, I think the first spot frosted the host. And then, you know, the second one just was the cherry on top. Shit's funny, though. This was probably going to be a hard invasion given how the host had gravitational missile. Only the weak stop at soft caps? Exactly, dude. But yeah, like, technically, we could make this with, like, you know, we could do, like, Poison Giant Crusher, right? Like, we can do Poison Giant Crusher here. But again, the idea was to dummy test the Ansper, just to get that out of the way. Because Ansper is special, because this is a strength build. Like, technically, this has nothing to do with Arcane. So, because this is a strength build... Where are you going? Let's just shoot straight. Okay. My man can reaction roll. How about that? Where do we go from here, though? Actually know how we reach him. Oh, there's a blue in there. There's two blues in there. And he just stopped in his track. He rolled it. Bro, everyone is a reaction rolling god right now. Yep, everyone's a reaction rolling god. We're gonna eat that. Where's that host at? Says that the host is close. Not quite sure where he is though. Probably not there. It says he's here. He's probably on this side. I doubt he would be up, right? Doesn't seem like he's here. Where is he? Oh, here. There's something below there? Could be below. From here, where do I go though? Well, definitely not here. Okay, I actually have no idea where the host is. Like, legit, I have no clue. Yeah, the bat would aggro. But I thought, you know... thought he might be, like, under here. But he's not. I genuinely don't know, I don't want to waste too much time on this guy. It's probably gonna be, like, unsatisfying to kill him either, like, you know, he's just, like, running somewhere. Green, thanks again for the 1 year, man. Hell yeah, dude. It's only one guy. Not really sure I'm going the right way here. Yeah, I don't think so. This little guy is not aggro, so there's just no way. Don't you have to get on the horseback to get up there? Because, yeah, you know, like, the guy is obviously up there. Just forgot how you get there. There's a way around, or... it's just, like, horseback stuff. Oh! I think he dropped down. Not there anymore. Or maybe he went down the tunnel somewhere. Probably went down the tunnel. Yep, he went down the tunnel. Okay. I need to remember where that tunnel is. here. Izuna, thank you so much for the Prime resub for half a year, man. Thanks a lot. But where's that tunnel entrance? I don't think it's back there. I feel like it's along the coastline somewhere. Maybe I went past it. I think it's up here. All I know is that when I played the real game, there's a mob that's next to it. I think it could be around here. Okay, there it is. I remembered it was along the coastline, but I forgot where exactly. How many players again? Oh, it's just one guy. Yeah. Could you imagine, like, a tunnel like that under a lake? How crazy would that be? Actually, I think they do exist, but I've never been in one. Are we there yet? Almost. Popsicles are excited. No, I fucked that up. Let's start again. I wasn't paying attention. Tried to debuff me. A great player. Too much damage there. I mean, I am squishy though. Like, we tree shot him, but we took a lot too. Remember the red tier stone twin axe? Of course, like... I mean, twin axe was like one of the prime invasion weapon. Like, sellsword and twin axe were like some of the rare Dark Souls 3 weapons that could whiff punish and do massive damage. There wasn't too many weapons that could do that. Like, sellsword and twin axe were standouts. In this game, there's plenty of options. Even though I missed both sellswords and twin axe. Like, in this game, there's just so much stuff that has, like, similar type potential. For the right and the wrong reasons. Claws is kind of the twin axe of this game? No. The closest thing to twin axe is, like... First of all, you have to keep in mind, like, what were twin axe? Twin axe were something that was easily reactable. That was a whiff punishing tool that whiff punished for massive damage. in this game already, there's really nothing that does like massive damage like that on that type of whiff punish. But as far as like how the weapon plays, like the twin axe neutral played like power stance straight sword neutral. The difference is, you know, they don't combo in Elden Ring, so the big damage is not like the twin axe. Claws really don't have much in common with twin axe because they don't stun. Like, they don't play the same. Claws have R1 R1 true combo? No, they don't. They don't have true combo R1 R1. I think you can have like some of them that have an R2 into something true combo, but R1 R1 doesn't combo, no. Like, you'll get different types of hits with claws because they do like an uneven amount of poise damage. So sometimes like you'll get like a half poise on someone, and then, you know, the other half poise will like clip them, and so it will like create like situations where you may think you have an R1 R1 combo, but they don't. It's just like a mix of like some ghost hits and then them not expecting to get hit that fast on the first part of whatever next claw attack you're doing. Raptor Talon? Raptor Talons, you first of all, with Raptors, it's not the R1, it's the R2. And the R2 doesn't combo either. It needs to be fully charged. So, I mean, you're just wrong on so many levels there. Definitely not Claw R1, because Claw R1 are the same for every claw, so whether you're Raptor or not, then I assume you're talking about the R2, and the R2 does not combo unless they have no poise. And if you want it to combo, it needs to be fully charged, which makes it like quite different to play with. You're not misremembering. They used to combo. So maybe last time you played they comboed, but they don't combo anymore. And also how you, like, you know, I played with Raptor Talons like plenty before the DLC. In fact, they were like my main invasion weapon before the DLC, like Raptor Talons. And, you know, I played with them quite a lot. I will say, though, that they play very different than Twin Axe because they're unreactable at close range, and the range is also much shorter than the Twin Axe. So you're talking about a very different weapon where you have something that's extremely dangerous and unreactable, and where you have like something that's reactable and has more range. Like, it just plays completely different. Well, let's not say completely different. It's still whiff punish, but like as soon as you're next to your opponent, you can just throw it out there. And also the claws had a good running attack, so it wasn't like you were forced to just do neutral R2s. You could do running R2s. Whereas Twin Axe in Dark Souls 3 really only had one attack. Like, the running attack sucked. Everything about it sucked except the neutral L1. That was it. Or R1, I forgot what it was. But the attack where you hit with both. Why did they make unreactable moves in Elden Ring? Honestly, unreactable moves are not necessarily bad on their own. It's just the way From Software goes about their overall mechanics that don't make sense. Like, let me give you an example. It doesn't really matter if the first part of the Twin Blade is reactable or not, as long as it doesn't poise break. Like, to me, like, the poise system altogether is not a good system. What they needed to do is create a consistent system where every single time you land, let's say, the Twin Blade first part of the attack, every single time you land that, it never stuns. It doesn't accumulate or anything like that. Or, you know, every single time you land or you hit with the first part of the dagger, the first R1, it never stuns. Like, the poise mechanic, it just creates this artificial thing where you can only use certain armors. It just limits what you can use in the game. It's not a healthy system. It's way more consistent and way more simple to understand for people, and more simple of a system to just have attack-based stuns and have like the uber fast attacks just not stun. You don't need them to always stun. That's what I think. I've been saying that for ages, though. It's not like I just came up with that. Because also it creates a drag. Like, back in Dark Souls 3, we'd always poise reset. And even in this game, to some extent, like, if you care about the outcome of a fight, you should poise reset as well. Okay, the host should be close to us, though. Okay, he is this way. Yo, Castle, how you doing, man? Oh, not even up here. I mean, maybe they were at some point, but they just left. Giant Plague, thanks for the raid. Really appreciate it. Welcome in, guys. Also, Firekeeper, thanks for the resub for 25, man. Thanks for the tier 3, dude. Really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, bro. Alright, let's test this out. Alright, buddy. I mean, our damage is quite significant. Yo, Space, how you doing, man? Demon Souls had good duels, better than Elden Ring, in your opinion? To be honest, I think you might be right. Because, like, you know, Demon Souls is definitely not, like, you know, most skillful out of the bunch, but I mean, Elden Ring is just very inconsistent. Like, on my list, like, Elden Ring just has too many inconsistencies to really say that, like, duels are determined by skill. Like, I want to say Elden Ring because it has more weapons, more complex systems, more variety of attacks, more things you can do, and Demon Souls is just so much more limited. But at the end of the day, like skill-wise, I think Demon Souls kind of had the better player win more often than Elden Ring does. Like, by that metric, I think you'd be right. Sometimes less is more. Well, I mean, I would not play Demon Souls over Elden Ring, just to be fair. Like I think Demon Souls is quite dated. The only thing that still holds up to this day is actually the PvP, unironically. Alright, see there? I'm not gonna poison buff prior. We're gonna start with this. Ooh, I wasn't sure there. You gonna try to parry me? It's gonna be hard to build up with the parry threat. There you go. Oh. Like, see, like that, for instance, like, I know the parry is coming, the execution is downright perfect. I don't get it, though. Honestly, because this guy is just like dragging this, and I don't really have that much. Let me try to find like an Urumi here is perfect. Let's use a roomie just to get this over with. That way I'm gonna be able to aggress him without having to worry about the 50-50. Oh, come on, game. My build is really not a dueling build. Shit player, but that's my fault. I actually played him like a duel and it never was. Like, against someone like that, you just want to use something that you can just run him down, but the parry, like, forces you to respect him, even though the guy is completely awful. Like, mechanics like that, you know, like, make it so, like, games like this are just not that skillful. One thing, though, like, it's not the first time. Like, if I ever get to fight people like that, it would really be nice to be able to use something different, because now my weight is just, like, completely reliant. Like, all my weight is reliant on Esper, so... Like, I can't actually use other weapons, unless, like, it's very light stuff. Well, I don't really want to spend too much time, like, respecking, so... We're just gonna stay like that for the stream. But, like, technically this would be better if I just respec that 90 strength to 80. I have 90 for no reason, just to get like a 5 AR extra. Actually, you know what? I want to see how much extra AR I'm getting. We're at 521 right now. I want to see, like, what's the actual AR that going from 80 to 90 gives me. I'm really curious. I want to know. So we're at 521.
Is it thy way? Now.
Let's see. So we go from 521 to 509. So 12 AR difference. You get like almost an AR per point. Well, I think the endurance is just way better here, honestly. I think the endurance here is better than the damage. Like, just guys, for comparison, like, that's like a 12 AR is about like 6 damage. 6 damage, and you just cannot use any other weapon for 6 more damage. That's quite funny. Okay, we have a teammate. Nice. And he looks better than the last one that was there last time. Well played, teammate. That's what happens when you actually have someone that has a clue. It, you know, like, teammate killed the host in a few seconds, and then I killed the phantoms just a little bit slower than he did. Well played, Eddie. Now you won't get to play them ever again. You're gonna get blocked, but well played. I wish I was joking. Now that we up our endurance, though, we can experiment a little more here. Like, I mean, I don't think this is good, but we can try freaking. We can try Rod Hammer, guys. Like, I know it's bad, but we can try it. Probably want another weapon than this, or another talisman than this one, though. Not sure which one. What would even be good on this, really? Probably go for HP, honestly. Just go defense. Feel like we experienced a clean rot. Like, we know what it does. It's like, honestly, it's not even better than clean rot. I'd say, like, this is worse than clean rot, even on this whole, like, poison, everything setup. It's not worth it. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. Like, it's very strong, but I'd still put, like, an optimal strength clean rot above this dedicated Enspur. The range is just too short, really, for it to compare. And also, it does not nearly reproc the buff as often as the bleed version. The bleed version is just so much stronger. It's not really close. I used to always respawn from here, but I actually learned the map. We could have the potential to do big damage with this hammer, but it is short. It's definitely not a good weapon. Okay, they are close. Let's buff up. Could be bad if we get hit by them. Reach me. Unfortunately, we can't attack back with all this spam. Need to play around the PvE. It's your last line of defense. Crimson Zombie, thanks for the raid, much appreciated. I mean, we did get, like, you know, 1,200 against the Phantom with the Storm Stomp combo, which, you know, that's quite significant. I wonder if the R2 combos or if it's too slow. If it combos, it could be worth it. Colossal ones are better, yeah, for sure. But I mean, the goal is to experiment. Mario Paint music. That's funny. I could see that. I'm glad you played Mario Paint though. I never heard that one before. Where is he? I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know if they went like... Oh, I see him. Yeah, I did. That twin blade is gonna do damage though. I think we should not engage here. There's nothing really that's helping us. We're just gonna camp there. I think we can take our time. That is not what I wanted. I wanted to jump on the other floor. We need to buff here, but just like, you know, range spam. And so it's been like that like since the game came out. You can't ever engage. It's terrible gameplay, really. Like that. Like, I get the combo, but I can't actually take it because range spam. he did not get hit by that. And range spam coming. Oh, this guy's action is actually downright terrible. Let's buff up. I went down there. Blocked by PV. At least that's gonna kill him. Find where the host went. There he is. Probably jump here. Seems like he knows where he's going. To regen some stam. Maybe he didn't know where he was going. Yeah, I don't think this weapon is just very good for invasions. I think we can safely try another one. Try this one instead. Technically here. Technically. I probably want like crouch attack damage, but we need Bulgo too. Gonna have to sacrifice one. I don't even think it's worth buffing. The host is in there. Or maybe he's above? The host above? He is? What the hell? Okay, well, never mind. Good fight. Let me go. Oh my god, that was so close. We should check what kind of AR we get with this when all our buffs are running. $1,500 is quite high, though, I must say. Oh my god. Dude, 1,500 is definitely, like, in the very significant range. Jesus Christ. That is quite high. For pure physical, keep in mind, this is not split. Pure physical, 1,500? That is unholy. How many players in there? It's one player. Alright. That's very good. $1,200 without using the blood boil. Is this one, because it's a duel? I don't use blood boil in duel most of the time, unless I'm BMing. Seems more fun than Ensper anyway. Yeah, it is, honestly. I think it is. Like, you know, I think it's worth it to try Ensper, though, because this is the sort of things that people that play this game are actually curious about, you know? Like, people would be like, you know what? Like, how strong is Ensper here? Like, is it actually relevant? The host at, I think he's above. He buffed, but the host is up. Like, look at that, our poison buff is already not there anymore. pretty wild. Blue in there. I don't even know if the host is still here. Okay, there he is. And there. Do I kill the blue first? I think we're good. Player. And he has a clean rot. Damn it. He definitely trade that. BBS there. I mean, he is poison, like, better to not commit. I was still trying to go for the BS the first time, but afterward I gave up and just decided to let the poison run. He got poisoned in 2 hits. It seems pretty good. The shitter whisper? Yeah, that's definitely me. Bro, the shitter whisper. Man, when I said that like a while ago, like I think I said that like back in Dark Souls 3. Can't believe you remember that. The shitter whisper. It's so funny. Whoa. Wait, where am I supposed to be going? I'm gonna Black Crystal if they don't engage. Right? That was like the mind game to get them to engage. Pretty crazy, isn't it? And that shit works, I mean. Alright, they are down here. I didn't mean to do that. Come on, game. You can't actually see anything either. This is actually very bad, this fight there. At least this pillar is sort of like the saving grace. But you can't really see much. See, like, the problem is by the time we landed the hits on them, our poison buff was already out. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time with setups like that, you're actually not on your poison buff. Like, even if when you do get the poison buff, you do big damage, most of the time you're not on it. So you don't benefit from the big damage. That's why that bleed version was so good. It's because, like, you're constantly on that bleed. So it's very different. One guy. Really, I take damage here. Where's the host? Oh, wrong exit. I have a feeling he's like waiting on top of an elevator or on top of a ladder. Ah, that's what it looks like. We'll see. Yeah, like waiting up there. Exotic ladder camping spot? Yeah, very exotic, dude. There he is, look at that. Oh, he moved. Just camping up there. It's gonna be one of those where we have to flush him. Yep, he's just camping there. And these players. Really think there's a point in trying to snipe from here. Not sure that's possible. Bro, it's so foggy, we can barely see the other side. This goes so straight, what the hell? Oh, we saw him. Oh, we got one hit. He's healing in the corner. This is quite relaxing. We saw his little head. Appreciate the suggestions, honestly. I feel like so far you guys actually have good ideas. Bro. Honestly, I'm I'm impressed. That's such a good idea. Rolled it. I think he just went to the fog, guys. He's probably gonna fog wall me as soon as I get up. Be quite fair. You gotta be kidding me, dude. What the fuck is this? Bro, what the fuck? This was the most unsatisfying invasion of all times, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, he's literally a moron. Like, what the hell? Oh boy. No DC, no fog wall, he just... No elevator blocking. I was sure he was elevator blocking, I did not even bother, like... I mean... I think I'm gonna call it. This is like... worst possible outcome, yeah. I think dying there would be worse, but... definitely not great. Alright guys, I think that's enough mental gymnastics for today. Have a good one, everyone. I'll catch you guys up next time. Take care, guys. Let's raid fellow Elden Ring streamer. Let's see who's on. Steel's not on. Ziggy... Turpy, Elden Ring Invasions, Oboe Sorcerer. What about Oboe Sorcerer? I haven't seen him in forever. Let's raid Oboe Sorcerer. Alright guys, have a good one everyone.